What's the crack, everyone? It's Oliver from B2B Sports here. The big news story today is José Mourinho has been sacked by Roma, and this leads the question open to Chelsea fans. Would you take a José Mourinho last dance style part 3 managerial reign at Chelsea Football Club? And today I'm here to tell you why Chelsea shouldn't hire José Mourinho if they have the opportunity. Now, with that being said, Mauricio Pochettino hasn't had the best of starts. Chelsea sit 9th at the minute on 31 points. We've struggled to find the back of the net. We've struggled to find consistency, injuries, players playing out of position, not enough fluidity, not being clinical enough in front of goal, and the overall theme of not having a clear plan. You've had the defeats to Middlesbrough, Wolves and West Ham, to name a few, and with European football a must this year, considering the amount that the new ownership have spent, it's not looking rosy for Pochettino at Chelsea at the moment. The board have emphasised that Pochettino will be given time. They've emphasised that he's under no pressure at the moment for his job. But having said that, they did sack Potter after a string of bad results. So should Chelsea Football Club sack Pochettino? I know there's been quite a lot of strong opinions on socials about Pochettino's lack of clear strategy and that things aren't improving and that we need to start looking for a manager real quick. But in my opinion, sacking him now would be ridiculous. Look at how many injuries we've had. I don't even think he's even come close to having his full starting 11 being available to him and on the pitch at the same time. There's been a massive overhaul in the summer and over the past couple of transfer windows. We've basically got rid of a whole starting 11 and brought in a whole starting 11, and that takes time. The players are going to need time to gel together, especially if injuries keep happening and players are being forced to play all over the pitch. I think this is one of the main reasons why Pochettino has been forced to play Levi Colwill at left back at times. Again, not his strongest position. I like to see him in a back 3 on the left hand side or the left hand side of a 2. But I don't think it's fully Pochettino thinking that Levi Colwill's strongest position is left back. Chilwell's been out for a long time. Cucurella's been out recently and he's had poor bouts of form as well. And Nkunku being out is massive as well. He was the main goal threat in pre-season. Jackson and Brozier, we know that they're young. We know that they need time, especially Jackson, to adapt to the Premier League. So this whole transition wasn't going to happen overnight. It was going to take time. And I think that Chelsea fans, especially ones on social media, have become so used to instant success at Chelsea that because things are taking a little bit of time and because we're going through a bit of a bad run of form this season, that things need to change ASAP. That might have been the case in the past with Abramovich, and it has brought us success, don't get me wrong. But with this new direction, there needs to be stability, especially when you've completely changed the side over the past season or two. You know, we live in a society now where no one can wait for things. Everything has to be instant. Everything has to be now. If you don't get what you want, you throw toys out the pram. Like exactly what we're seeing on social media, and particularly X at the minute. Jose's sacking has sparked a lot of interest within the Chelsea community about whether bringing him back to the club for the 3rd time, having a last dance style run one last time to see what he can do. José Mourinho is an incredible manager. You know, he wins trophies wherever he goes, apart from Tottenham. With Roma, he won them the Conference League and got them to the Europa League final. You know, he's done special things at every club that he's been at. And is there a part of me that would love to see him back here at Chelsea? Of course there is. You know, he's the guy that got me to really fall in love with Chelsea Football Club. That first managerial spell had me hooked, and is what got a lot of Chelsea fans to support the club in the first place. But would I take him right now? Absolutely not. The guy comes with a lot of baggage, let's be real. He comes with drama, he comes with an ego. He's like a tornado. He comes into a club, swirls a load of drama, a load of tension, and then leaves the club in a little bit of a mess. He's done this countless times over teams that he's been at over his career. On both occasions at Chelsea, he's done this as well. This current Chelsea side is a young side. It's an inexperienced side, but it's a talented side. I think these players need nurturing rather than being riled up and getting themselves into all sorts of drama and trouble. Also, with any manager that comes into the side, Mourinho or anyone else, would come new tactics, new formations, instability. Players don't need that right now. We need stability. We need time to get these players to gel together. They're clearly lacking in cohesion and leadership, and that comes with time. And I think if you just chuck a new manager in there, let alone José Mourinho, that's only going to extend the period of time that these players are going to gel together. Mourinho will probably bring his own backroom staff, his own players that he wants to bring to the club. Please no Lukaku. I'm begging you, please no Lukaku. But you catch my drift. It's going to create more instability, more friction, and it's not what these young players need at Chelsea right now. With Jose also, it's the Jose show. He takes a lot of media attention. A lot of eyes will be on Chelsea. A lot of extra scrutiny in the press. Again, something that these young players don't really need right now. There's a lot of players that are struggling for form or trying to find their form or, trying to find their way in a new league, in the Premier League. And this Jose Mourinho circus that would descend upon the club would only be a distraction in my eyes, to be honest. Also, Poch needs time. He's been at the club, a few months? He's been chucked into the deep end. He knows he's got a hell of a job on his hands. And with the instability, with the injuries, with the young players, that isn't going to just happen overnight. So Poch needs time. He needs time to develop his tactics and really, really know his squad and know his starting 11. He's not even had the chance to explore that yet, really. Again, we're in a day and age where people only remember the good times on socials and forget about all the bad. With that second stint with Mourinho, it got real ugly, real quick, real bad. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that and only remembering the good times and the shithousery that Mourinho brought. I'm even seeing it with Potter and Sarri. People are talking about the good moments that we had with those two managers, but at the time, the same accounts and the same media outlets were slagging these managers off completely and utterly, saying that they wanted them out too at that point. Football's become so fickle these days, and it's one thing that really frustrates me, because if Mourinho comes in and he doesn't do so well, who's it going to be next? Is he just going to go on to the next guy and the next guy and the next guy? That business model is completely and utterly flawed. At the end of the day, people always want what they can't have. And Mourinho, he looks like a bit of a dreamland scenario right now. But in reality, is he going to provide that? Or is he going to cause a lot more damage than we already have right now? And let me reiterate, Mourinho is the guy that got me into football. I absolutely adore the man. But would I take him at Chelsea right now? No. If that scenario somehow happened, I would support him. Of course I would. And there would be a part of me, just like everyone else on socials, that would kind of love the drama, love the shithousery. But I just don't think that's what Chelsea need right now. Give players, give the managers a little bit more time, and we'll see where we're at the end of the year. But yeah, Chelsea fans, let us know your thoughts down below. Would you take Mourinho back in a heartbeat? Or are you willing to give Poch a little bit more time? It'll be interesting to know your thoughts. Cheers for watching and listening, everyone. Peace out and up the Chelsea.